Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Part 1. Shukla Yajurveda has two branches, Kanva Shakha and Madhyandhina Shakha. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad is found in both the branches. Even though this Upanishad occurs in two places, the Upanishad reads almost the same with only minor differences. The Upanishad name is a compound of two words, Brihad and Aranyakam. In ancient times, the sannyasis, after renouncing the world, would go and live in the forest and study the Upanishads. So Aranyakam means what is studied in the forest. Brihad means great or big. Brihadaranyaka is a great Upanishad not only in terms of its volume, it's great in terms of the depth of its insight. The first section of the first chapter starts with the meditation upon the universe, Virat, by invoking it upon a horse. Each part of the universe is paired with a part of the horse's body. The second section is also a Virat Upasana invoked upon the sacred fire. The third section is Prana Upasana, otherwise called Hiranyagarbha, the cosmic life energy. Prana or life is always sacred or pure. It cannot be tainted. Any impurity is caused by other organs. This is told through a story. Asuras want to attack all the organs with evil forces, but they could not attack Prana. Prana is the foundation of all other sense organs. The famous prayer addressed to Hiranyagarbha occurs in this section. Asatoma Sadgamaya, from untruth lead me to truth. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, from darkness lead me to light. Mrityoma Amritam Gamaya, from death lead me to immortality. The next section covers 6 topics. Upasana Palam. However great Hiranyagarbha is, the highest result is to become Brahmaji himself. The result is still finite and falls within samsara. Srishti. Brahman manifested as the universe through names and forms. Anupravesa. Brahman itself entered the universe as consciousness, just like the dreamer becomes the dream subject. Aikyam. Just like every dream subject can claim I am the waker, every Jivatma can claim I am Brahman. The famous Mahavakyam Aham Brahmasmi is seen here. Jnana Palam. Ananda or fulfillment. Karma Vyavastha. A person who does not realize this truth will always feel unfulfilled. This leads to desires, and desires lead to karma. Avidya leads to kama, kama leads to karma. The duties of karma are classified by the 4 varnas. Panchamaha Yajna is mentioned as the best form of karma. The 5th section depicts the entire creation as food, meaning objects of experience. The 6th section says the entire universe is just name, form and function. The first section of the 2nd chapter starts with a dialogue between teacher Ajatashatru and student Gargya. Gargya describes what he knows, which stops at Saguna Brahman. Ajatashatru teaches further about Jiva Swarupam by analyzing a sleeping person. The person does not wake up when called by name. The sleeper wakes up only after Ajatashatru shakes him. So the sleeper was not a seer, hearer or knower while he was sleeping. We conclude that seeing, hearing, knowing faculties of the Jiva are incidental and not intrinsic, since they are absent during deep sleep. In short, the very individuality is absent in deep sleep state. Ajatashatru concludes that individuality is an incidental nature. That Jiva was alive through all times and therefore existence, consciousness, is the Jiva's intrinsic nature. Ajatashatru proceeds to say this consciousness is the cause of creation. As the spider moves along the thread it produces, or as from a fire tiny sparks fly in all directions, even so from this Atman come forth all organs, all worlds, all gods, all beings. Its secret name, Upanishad, is the truth of truth. The second and third sections expand on the secret name of Brahman, Upanishad. The relative world is classified into two, the microcosmic and macrocosmic. The microcosmic world consists of the gross and subtle bodies. The macrocosmic consists of the visible and invisible universe. Brahman is revealed as the absolute truth supporting the relative world. How does one know this Brahman? The neti neti, not this, method is taught. Negate all relative objects. The unnegatable witness principle is the absolute truth. The fourth section, Maitreyi Brahmanam, is a dialogue between teacher husband Yajnavalkya and student wife Maitreyi. Yajnavalkya says he is becoming a sannyasi and tells Maitreyi to take his possessions. Maitreyi asks if these can bring her happiness and immortality. Yajnavalkya says that these will only bring physical or worldly comfort. She asks Yajnavalkya to teach her what brings true bliss. Every being loves only themselves, first and foremost. The Upanishad is brutally honest in this respect. Everyone loves the Atma, universally and unconditionally. Therefore, the Atma must be a source of fulfillment, so it should be known. This Atma is of the nature of consciousness and is the cause of the whole universe. Since Atma is the cause of all, Atma alone is appearing as everything. As a lump of salt dropped into water becomes dissolved in water and cannot be taken out again, but wherever we taste the water, it tastes salt. Even so, my dear, this great, endless, infinite reality is pure intelligence alone. This self comes out as a separate entity from these elements, and with their destruction, this separate existence is also destroyed. After attaining oneness, it has no more consciousness. That is what I say, my dear. So said Yajnavalkya. Then Maitreyi said, Just here you have bewildered me, venerable sir, by saying that after attaining oneness, the self has no more consciousness. Yajnavalkya replied, Certainly I am not saying anything bewildering, my dear. This reality is enough for knowledge, O Maitreyi. For when there is duality, as it were, then one smells another, one sees another, one hears another, one speaks to another, one thinks of another, one knows another. But when everything has become the self, then what should one smell and through what? What should one see and through what? What should one hear and through what? What should one speak and through what? What should one think and through what? What should one know and through what? Through what should one know that, owing to which all this is known? Through what, my dear, should one know the knower? Even though the Atma is everything, it is free from division. Atma appears as the world with apparent division. The eye sees everything, but cannot see itself. Similarly, this Atma is never an object of experience because it is the experiencer itself. The fifth section, called Madhu Brahmanam, describes Brahman further. The dependent reality status of the entire universe is demonstrated by showing how everything in the creation depends on something else. Everything is interdependent. Nothing in creation is truly independent. Even space and time depend on each other. Therefore, creation is mithya. If the whole world is dependent, then what is that upon which the world is dependent? The Upanishad says, You, the observer Atma, is the foundation of the entire universe. And verily this self is the ruler of all beings, the king of all beings. Just as all the spokes are fixed in the nave and the felloe of a chariot wheel, so are all beings, all gods, all worlds, all organs, and all these individual creatures fixed in this self. This self is the indweller of the body-mind complex and is none other than Brahman. This self is beyond the limitations of cause and effect and therefore beyond time. The final section of the second chapter gives the lineage of the teachers, the Guru Parampara.